Hello children, my name is Banana Neil and I am a lion. Rawr. I decided that I'm gonna start doing my video in front of this flag. Thoughts, opinions, down below. Anyways, as some of you might know, I used to do this thing every month where I make confession videos on the interwebs, which happens to be what this is here. A confession video. Rawr. These are not my confessions, although one of the confessions in here is mine, but please don't try to guess which one it was. Rawr. I kissed a boy, and I liked it. I have an Asian fetish. Sometimes I'll randomly ask cute Asian guys if I can take a picture of them. I text him once a week to see if he'll respond. He never does, but I still love him. Everyone thinks you and I are dating, and of course, because we're just friends, I tell them we're just friends. But secretly, I wish we were madly in love. I'm gonna wait for a moment while this loads. Every time I go to a friend's house for the first time, I steal something. Every time I see a lighter, I have to set something on fire. Even if I'm in a drugstore. I sorta used to have a crush on Jimmy Neutron. I started making videos on the YouTubes to prove to my ex that I could succeed in anything he does. I'm really depressed and suicidal, and I don't really think anybody notices or cares. For hours every day, I hang out with this guy I like, who likes me back, but we're both too nervous to make a move. So we just sit there awkwardly. I'm absolutely terrified of driving through tunnels. If I ever come to one, I have to get out and let somebody else drive. When I'm depressed and I need a friend, I watch Banana Neil videos. I want custody over my 3 younger sisters. I'm 18 years old and I would take better care of them than either of my parents. My mother died 2 years ago. I should probably have moved on by now, but I haven't. I started making videos on the interwebs with the hopes that Mitchell Davis would one day watch them. Now I realize that I just make videos in hopes that Neil will watch them. I don't really mind when my boyfriend flirts with other guys, but when he flirts with other girls, I feel really jealous because I feel like I can't compete. I'm 49 years old, and I'm only attracted to boys between the ages of 18 and 21. Seeing him is the best and worst part of my day, because he's the greatest guy in the world, but he'll never be mine. I try to call my dad all the time. He doesn't ever answer. When I go away to college, I'm moving in with my boyfriend. I haven't told my mom yet, and I probably won't tell her until I'm in the car leaving. I was in love with a guy who broke my heart. It took me 7 months to block him on Facebook, and I did because every time he popped up, I'd start crying. Even though everyone thinks that I'm a whore, I've never actually hooked up with a guy that I like. I constantly surround myself with people, because when I'm alone, I just think about how fucked up I am. There's this football player in one of my classes. He likes to flex his muscles for the girls. I'm a guy, and I can't look away. I try so hard to get people to like me, I end up driving them away. I have not seen my dad in 3 years, and I don't really care anymore. I watch a Banana Neil video every single day, just because I get to look at Neil. Rawr. I traveled halfway across the globe to try to find myself. I'm just as lost as I ever was. I'm beginning to think that I can only fall in love with boys with girlfriends. I promised them I wouldn't cut myself again, but I lied. Now that I see you're really awkward when you're sober, I'm kinda glad it didn't work out. I used to cut and burn myself all the time, because nothing in my life made me happy, but I haven't done it since Neil commented on one of my videos. I'm gay, and I've had sex with my cousin, who has a girlfriend. Everybody at my school thinks I'm a lesbian because I constantly stare at girls' butts, when really I just like looking at butts. I really love guys with strange noses. I've always wanted to try LSD. I once faked a sprained ankle for 2 weeks to get out of acting in a play, which was a success. I have really poor Wi-Fi in my apartment, so some days after I put my landlady's kids on the bus, I go back in her house and jack off to gay porn. I'm very easily influenced by other people's personalities. I'm only dating my boyfriend because no one else will date him. He's doing the same. I'm in love with a guy who has a boyfriend and also happens to live in Australia. I still watch cartoons. I am a huge Star Wars fan. Once, a creepy guy asked me if I was single. I told him Banana Neil was my boyfriend. I haven't seen Rocky Horror Picture Show. I am a slut. I'm afraid that at some point I'll stop being bisexual and start being totally gay. My mom really seems to love her gay relatives, but hates that I'm a lesbian. I may or may not have tried to tie my shoes the Banana Neil way for 2 hours, unsuccessfully. If you don't know what that confession was about, there's a link below me. When I say I love you, I'm really only talking to your beard. When I was about 17 years old, I used reverse psychology to get my brother's friend to mutually masturbate with me. Sometimes when I watch Banana Neil videos, I think to myself, will he wear the dress to our wedding, or will I? One time I was at a restaurant, and while my friend was in the bathroom, I sneezed in her napkin, and I didn't tell her. I'm 16 years old and was almost part of a mini orgy the other day. I'm really kind of disappointed that we were interrupted. I heard my dad proudly tell his neighbor that he was glad none of his kids were gay, because he would disown them. Whoops. I live in Israel, but generally tell people from the interwebs that I live in Canada. I don't really have insomnia. I'm just extremely addicted to the internet. I really hate my best friends. I just can't seem to get rid of them. I love you more than anything in the world, and I pray to fuck that when you hear this, you'll think about me. I think Banana Neil has sexy hands. I don't really tell my parents anything anymore. I'm 21 years old, and I've never been kissed. Even though my grandmother lives with us, I don't even bother making eye contact with her, because she won't remember. When I read romance novels late at night, I secretly cry and hug myself. I have lots and lots of sex. I'd give it all up in a second if somebody would just love me. I really want to take dance lessons, but I'm afraid people will make fun of me if they find out. I'm gay, and my boyfriend doesn't know that I've had sex with his brother, or that his dad has made a pass at me. I'm a mouse. And I'm afraid to tell Banana Neil because I'm afraid he'll eat me. I want to be a Nerf fighter like with you. The other day I went to a straight strip club. My boyfriend doesn't know about it. I am deep in love with my social studies teacher's son. Sometimes I write songs about him. Lately I've been having a lot of sex dreams with my straight best friend. I can't hold a conversation that isn't about myself. I've watched almost all of Banana Neil's videos because I can't get over him leaving Missouri. I constantly fantasize about taking advantage of my roommate while he's asleep. When I see a guy without a shirt on, most of the time I want to lick his stomach. I want to see Banana Neil's feet. I'm failing my classes because I want my dad to notice me. For the past 3 years, I've known exactly what I wanted to do with my life. I just started college and now I have no idea. It terrifies me. No one in my life has any idea that I'm on the verge of an eating disorder. I hope you enjoyed the confessions this month. If you have a confession, please send it to banananeil@gmail.com and I will put it in my video for next month. I'm a lion. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!